Welcome back to Dirt to Daytona, folks. Today, we've got Bristol Motor Speedway, one of my favorite tracks to watch. I'm going to just lay it out for you right now real quick. It's an emulator. You all know that by now. I have my controller mapped to it instead of having, because on this game it was your right analog stick for gas or brake, or your A and B button for gas or brake, I guess, whatever, triangle and X. I don't know. I think that's the button for PlayStation. I use an Xbox controller. And I remapped them to have my gas be my triggers, and it doesn't engage. There's a reason for this story, by the way, obviously. It doesn't engage very early, which means the sensitivity is, and I know I've explained it before, but I'm going to do it again because Bristol is quite possibly the one racetrack where you really just cannot get on the gas on exit or you lose the back end every time. It needs to be finessed. We can't do that with this setup. So this is going to be, as I say, a shit show. But 1.4 million. Let's go see what we can get out of it. Hopefully we actually make some money. I don't even know. Well, I mean, not much to say there. We're technically faster than Mike Henson. We are not faster than any of the other cars at all. All right, here we go. Qualifying effort. So you get on it at all in the cars. I mean, these are cold tires too, but you get on it at all in the car is completely stupid. So there'll be a lot of there's just gonna be a lot of 16.9. Not a bad lap for qualifying, considering we were battling the back end the whole time, and I got on the track early, so my front end was damaged. Yeah, that seems about right. We shouldn't be in front of Wallace, Sadler, or Park, to be honest with you. So this isn't, without a fully upgraded car, this is going to be, even with a fully upgraded car, it's not easy.
Are you ready for intensity on wheels? I'm Alan Bestwick. Welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway. Bristol's 36-degree banked concrete bull ring provides some of the sport's most exciting fender banging racing. 147,000 permanent seats and a half-mile layout guarantees the crowd is loud and hungry for action.
So here's the kicker. They're also going to stop me for the start of the race. So we go sideways right off the bat, which is always good. But hey, we made it to turn one. Back end kicking out. Have no acceleration past Steve Park there, so and we're not running the low line because of this. Look at that. I mean, our tires are cold. It will get better. And I am definitely overdriving the car right now, but again, as I said, triple-digit cars are the ones that I'm really aiming to beat. Maybe a couple of the double-digit cars will have issues, but at least when you lose it, you're not going fast enough to really lose it. You can gain control back of the car. I'm just getting out of their way. I'm doing the best I can here, guys. 122 laps left. 40-something laps to the tank. 40, I think it's 44 to the tank. So we got 3 stops. 2 stops, sorry. 2-stop race. And actually, I'm really just going to focus for a minute here. We'll give you probably 10 or so laps without speed up, and then I'll just start a speed up. We'll see you, when stuff happens.
That was a great lap. All clear. Carlo. That was a great lap. Carlo. Carlo. You're all clear. high. Still there. Still there. That was a great lap. All clear. Car low. Stay high. Still there. Car low. Car low. Car low. Still there. Car high. Car low. All clear. The yellow's out. There's a spin.
Caution came out.
Car low.
Rusty Wallace just going, well, what the shit? Rusty Wallace just going crazy on the track and gets involved with me at one of the other triple digits and wipes us all out.
Pace car's out.
And that's the truth. That's what happened. Car feels like crap, just like I'd expect. Everything feels crappy, just like I'd expect.
That was a great lap.
28 laps left on the car, so we're going to just keep it out here and keep driving. That's that.
Get
Everybody
set.
else agreed
Going
and
green.
stayed on the track.
There's the green flag. Car high.
Oh, that was stupid. I couldn't get going because the car in front of me didn't get going, and I had to lay on the frickin' brakes, and now look at us. We're all discombobulated with everybody
Clear
else.
low.
Of course, cars on the outside are all lead lap cars. Cars on the inside are
Clear.
cars that are lapping
Clear
down.
low.
A
Car
lap
low.
down, a lap down. That mixture makes for chaos, potentially. We'll find out, though. Or it's going to be our chaos
Still
that we
there.
bring. I don't know. I'm not trying to do it, but I have a
Clear
cat
low.
hair on my upper lip that's really itching right now, and this is not the time for it.
Car low.
I paused.
Clear low.
I got the cat hair off.
Car low.
Oh, no, I didn't. I just moved it to the other side of my frickin'
low.
lip. I'm better.
All clear. Car low. Stay high. Still there.
Whoops. Whoops.
Car high.
Oh, come on. Get back on the road. Get back up there. You're fine.
You're all clear. There's a spin in turn one. You're in the wrong pit lane.
Huh, I was not going into the pit lane, sir. Jeez. Just destroying the front end of my car.
Stay low. Still there.
All right.
All clear.
Let's see how many spots maybe I could pick up now that I'm about to get lapped for a second time after that whole shabazz. Running higher is better for my not spinning the car out, but it's not better for speed, I'll tell you that. But we're super tight, which is why we just slammed into the wall again.
Car low.
Yeah, it's just going to be a hard race for us. It really is. There's not much I can do about it either. Let me just try to do better, huh? How about that? That's a start. Let's try. I know staying on the inside will definitely get me up to these other cars better. Of course, once I'm there, how do I get around them? I don't know. We get tight off, so that's the other problem. Because now Laney was able to catch right up to us, which I know he's a lead lap car, but my point is how do I get around a mellow yellow car if I can't stay inside? And I can't, because as soon as I accelerate off, I'm shooting up the track tight from the damage. And, you know, I'm taking some pride in not wiping out Kenseth again.
Stay high. Still there.
We'll push him out. Oh, yeah, there we go. We'll bring out another caution. Ooh, yeah, big time. Big time. We'll pit this time. We have damage. Oh, hey, we didn't take out Kenseth. That was my goal. Whole entire car is shifted to the side. Whatever, Atwood. All right, well, you know, we're going to go ahead and pit. And that is actually, we're within the pit window, so that's good. We'll see you after the caution. Not a lot of excitement this time. It's been a rough go at it. All right, well, you know, we pit.
There's the green flag.
And, you know, we're going to try a different technique this time.
You're all clear.
We are actually going to try our best to stay as far inside as possible. And I'm also going to, well, that wasn't what I meant to do, but I'm also going to try to roll the corner a little more. Well, that's not how you do it. I thought I had more space than that, and then dude just kind of came down. Yeah, we're just, it's not. I'm just not getting it at all.
Clear high.
And, I'd like to.
The car
I'm just not. Looks like some of the cars didn't pit that time, which they should have because it was within the window. That was an interesting noise. But we actually passed somebody. That was weird. Yeah, we got lead lap cars. We got cars that are on the same lap as us, all mixed together. And this track is really hard to pass on.
Still there.
He's stuck behind someone too.
Still there.
Technically the second stint, so I'm going to give you some quiet racing. Well, we're going to just spin it right up the track. Get it, get it, get it. Oh my goodness, that was a huge hit. That would have ended our day. Wow, was that a giant hit. Okay, well, you know, here we are, still driving somehow. No actual mechanical damage. And no caution because, you know, video game and all that. Yeah. He's going to be stopped on the track. That's not enough of a thing for him, though, for the game to say, hey, caution.
Stay low. Still there. Car low.
Well, somebody will blast him if he doesn't get off the track on his own.
Car low.
Oh, he did get off the track, I guess. All right.
Clear low. Car high.
How am I passing?
All
Well,
clear.
that's
Car
crazy.
high.
How did I just pass him? He must have a massive mechanical issue or he's trying to go into the pit. Yeah, he's pitting. So, I mean, obviously damage doesn't matter on a short track. As long as you have 4 wheels and an engine, you can go. Just, well, I mean, I was trying to get on it to get out of everyone's way, and Atwood just, I mean, T-boned us about as clean as you can T-bone someone. Crazy. But, yeah, let's try that again. Hey, caution comes out, and it wasn't because of us. That's kind of cool. We're going to go back to the back of the pack, but I did kind of think I figured something out against these triple-digit trucks. Cars. They're cars. They're not trucks. We're going to pit. Well, we repaired the car. We're back with it. Of course, I made myself go up on the high line, which was dumb. Really need to get down.
Stay high.
I also want to get in front of Echo River.
You're all clear.
Oh, no. Stay in front of him. Rudd, what are you doing?
Still there.
I don't have it in me to mess with that, but okay.
Still there. Clear low.
That was an interesting technique to pass somebody, but we'll take it.
Car high.
There's no finesse with this one, with this track, with this controller, with all that. There's just no finesse. And that's,
Stay low. Still there.
it's actually really unfortunate. But
Still there. All clear. You're all clear.
I'm going to just, try to grind through this and not kill anybody else, as I almost did right there.
All clear.
And try to pick up as many spots as I can while driving like an absolute crazy man.
Clear high. All clear.
We'll be back with you
Car low.
as soon as, all that stuff will happen probably in the next minute and a half. Well, yeah, we did it again. Whoa.
Pace cars out.
Oh, the car fired.
Turn one.
The car actually fired. There we go. Well, that was terrible, and we got absolutely blasted. That was my fault again. So there it is. Bad race for us, guys. Don't judge my entire career on this one shitty race.
Get set.
Well,
The race is going green.
we don't have to pit again.
There's the green flag.
Well, let me rephrase that. We don't have to pit again if I don't blow up the engine. Big shout out to the pit crew of my
All
team
clear.
here. We shouldn't even be here. We shouldn't even be here. But, yeah, there are DNFs. I've done that, I think, at Martinsville. Ironically, the next track we have with the truck. I think it might be the next track we have with the Cup car, too. But, so, I mean, it could be more of the same. Here. Could be.
Clear high.
We'll see. This is, non-stop fun.
Stay low. Still there. Clear high.
Also, I have one of the most durable upgrades on, which isn't... The final upgrade is not nearly as durable, actually, but it's lightweight and faster and blah, blah, blah.
Car low.
But this one, thankfully, is durable. That's what I like about NASCAR Heat 5. You got different builds.
Car high.
I don't even know where we are. Oh, yeah. We've got a ways to go before we even have a shot at anything, so.
Stay low. Still there.
Bobby!
Clear high.
Stay out of my way. I'm not just giving up positions here, pal.
Car high.
Our goal is to go.
Clear.
Wow, that didn't work out.
Car low.
No, don't do it. Don't. I'm turning
All
right.
clear.
I was turning right to try to not have that be a thing, and it happened again. Son of a. Oh, we might be okay. Oh, good. Everybody straightened out. It could have been worse, obviously. Muchos el hueso. I'm starting to think that I only ran one or didn't even finish the first season once I got to the Cup Series when I did this series last time. Because my, what was the last track we were on? Darlington last? I was able to, I mean, I was right there with my top time. And obviously with an upgraded, fully upgraded car, that wouldn't have been the case. So I'm starting to think that we only raced maybe not even one complete season in the Cup Series. It's interesting. What do we have for their top here? 16-3? No, because that would have been a second season. Or do we might, well, I don't know, because we race here twice, don't we? I could have sworn this is a night race. So I'm not actually quite sure about that. Yeah, we race here twice. Which is awesome to think about for the future. But 25 laps to go. We'll come back to it with about 15 or with about 5 left. Hopefully no more cautions is my goal.
Car low. 20 to go.
Oh, we're 5 laps down.
Stay low. Still there.
The worst thing that could have happened, I just did it again. And I was about...
There's a wreck at turn 4. Car high. Yellow's out. All clear.
We were actually just vying for 27th. We were actually vying to get above our expected or our goal spot for this race. And I did it again right here. Here we go. Oh, boy. Well, you know, I'm making notes for the next time we do this. I'm making notes, people. Buying the whole pit crew
The race is going green.
steaks
There's the green flag.
after this race. Steaks, every one of them. For putting up with me, my BS. I think that was 9 to go at the line. I honestly don't think we're going to finish better than 34th at this point. And the only reason why we're in 34th is because the other cars are laps down farther than us, I think, because of damage. Oh, jeez.
Still there. Car low. Clear
Hey, Rusty.
high.
Oh, Rusty is shoving me up the track. See, that's that aggressive stuff I was talking about. He wanted the lane. He just moves me. Nothing I can really do about that. I mean, there's something I can do about it. Let him know I'm not happy with him, sir.
Car low.
I don't know. I just want to be done with this race.
Car low.
We're not competitive, and we're
Clear
just
high.
causing havoc on the track. It's not even been good.
Car low. All clear.
I'm going to just suck it down on the low line.
Still there. 5 laps to go. Car high.
5 to go. Get up on the lap track here a little bit.
Still there.
Tap Rusty again to let him know I wasn't happy about what he
Still
did.
there.
Take that spot back.
Car
It's not a
high.
spot, and I
Clear
just did
high.
it again. All right. Well, at least this time I think we'll spin around twice. Perfect. Perfect. Off the track. Good.
You're in the wrong pit lane.
I'm not trying to be in any pit, folks. I'm not trying to be here. we're going to finish worse than 34th. All those cars that were a lap down are going to pass us now. It's just miserable. It's just miserable because you can't control. I mean, you'll see. Trust me. I get to the new, game. This track is a completely different experience for me and everybody else around. Watch it just go to shit. Watch it be exactly like this one. All right, well, we're on the last lap. Can I sneak on the inside here? Get around Mac here. For 35th. Ride the wall. Little chest. No, it doesn't work in the video game. That was terrible. That was a horrible, 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 horrible job by me. You know, because I could at least have adjusted to the controller issues, but I kept hitting the apron. That's my fault. You know, and unfortunately in this track, the inside is how you're going to pass people. So I get myself on the inside, and that's what happens right there. And that's terrible. So there's that answer. Yeah, I think the reason for that is actually because we caused a lot of the accidents, and we're 5 laps down. I think that's why we don't get the bonus there. Because I've been restarting the game after every race, in case that was it. But I think that being the cause of the accident is what it is, maybe. I don't know, but that's all I can explain as to why all of a sudden I don't get the bonuses. The weird thing was, though, we caused one wreck at North Carolina, but we didn't cause any of the other cautions in that race, and there was that issue. So I don't really know what to make of it, but that's a huge loss for a day. We move on. Tony Stewart somehow came away with the victory. Congratulations to him. After that terrible day, we dropped 2 spaces down to 27th. And we have Texas Motor Speedway as our next race. After that, that's when we have the Martinsville, both in Truck Series and in the Cup Series. Some stuff to look forward to in April. We then race Talladega. That'll be our first time running there. And we end up at California. So 1 more short track, 3 big tracks. Just a disappointing day, kind of somber at this point. You do what you can to be any way successful, and we weren't. That's it. That's the answer. So anyway, folks, that's going to do it for this episode. If you're still here, if you stuck through it, thanks so much for doing that, because, you know, it helps the channel, and I appreciate you for it. And until next time, and as always, you take care.